6-inch sign, but I'm adding a little something to my sign. On my sign, and I'm going to show you guys, I'm adding lights in behind my sign that's going to go in the middle of my wreath. That's going to shine, hit the metallic in the mesh and make my wreath sparkle. As I have these battery timered lights, and I've taped them for right now. I've taped them onto the back of my sign, but I've evenly spaced them, and I'm going to show you how I did that. So I marked it on the back with a black marker where to tape the lights so they look evenly spaced around my sign. Okay, so we'll use, say, this inch. This is a 6-inch sign. So it's just a small sign because I didn't need, I could probably use an 8-inch, but the 6-inch is going to look a lot better. But to make your markings, if you want to tape lights to the back of your sign, which gives it a really cool effect, you're going to line up on your cutting mat. You would line up your sign. So like I said, this is an 8-inch. Okay. Make a mark right where the center is. So this is the center right here. All right. So I made a little black tick there. And then I'm going to turn it till the black tick is just right at the 1 inch right here. And then I'm going to make another tick. Turn it and make another tick. So what I'm doing is I'm spacing my lights 1 inch each apart. Okay, so you just keep turning it 1 inch to the left and mark that center spot with Sharpie marker. You can see my little black tick marks. All right. Now I'm using the 6-inch, so I did 1 inch. If you're using an 8-inch, you'll probably have to do your spacing about 1.5 inch because there's only 20 lights on these timered. I'm going to tape just with tape, Scotch tape. I'm taping my lights to the back of my sign. Just the light bulb is seen on the front of the sign. So I'm lining it up on my little tick there, and I'm taping it. So this one, I got two extra lights, 2 extra bulbs here. I'm just going to tape them onto the back here. So we have evenly spaced. You won't see these. Okay, so these are timered lights. So when I do turn them on for my wreath, once I turn them on, they'll stay on for 6 hours and then they'll shut themselves off for 18 hours, and then they'll turn themselves back on. So I won't have to remember to turn my wreath on. Okay, so that is how I did my lights on the back of my sign. I am going to just go over just at the end of the lights with just a little bit of hot glue. So the tape will keep it temporary, and then the hot glue will keep the lights permanently in place here. All right, so my lights are on my sign. Now I'm going to take my sign, I'm going to take a cable mount and a pipe cleaner. I'm going to put it right in the center of our sign. I'm just going to put, because the sign, I'm not going to, I'm going to be able to remove the sign if the battery, if I need to change the batteries on the light box. So I'm literally just going to put the light box in this mesh here. And I'm going to use automotive tape on the back of cable mount. You could use E6000 and some hot glue. Just make sure you rough up the back. This is automotive tape. It takes about 24 hours to cure, so when you're putting your signs on, don't pull it. Okay, I'm going to put that right in the center of my little sign here. Again, this is just a 6-inch sign. Pressing down, if you're using the automotive tape, press down and wiggle a little bit so it grabs onto that. Like I said, don't yank on it yet because it will pull off and it needs to cure. You can see I've glued my little lights on after taping them, so they're not moving now. I'll make sure they still work. Yep, we're all working. So as soon as you turn your battery lights on, that starts the timer. The middle, there's 3 things. There's off, the middle one is timer, and then push it all the way to the left, it's on. We want it in the middle where it's timer.